I'm Katie O'Reilly, host of the KDO's Food Carnival television show. This year on June 30th at the DuPage County Fairgrounds, I'm hosting the first ever Artisan Food Festival, a taste of the state. We are bringing it back to Illinois. The Artisan Food Market will feature artisan food creators of small batch, delicious items for sale to the public, samples, everything. And the restaurants featured all Illinois with their famous menu items. And the culinary stage is not to be missed, with celebrity chefs offering cooking demonstration with kitchen hacks and different tricks that you don't want to miss. And music will fill the air all day with live bands and DJ'd music having some fun. Craft beers rolling right into the evening with some serious blues. And for a little bit more elegant style, join us for our gala. Dining under the stars. 7 courses designed by me. The Artisan Food Market will feature artisan food creators of small batch, delicious items for sale to the public, samples, everything. And the restaurants featured all Illinois with their famous menu items in tasting portions.
Admission is $5 at the gate or free with advanced registration. Go to artisanfoodfest.com to get tickets today. Artisan food producers and restaurants may sign up to be a vendor at artisanfoodfest.com or call 773-941-7753 for more information.
Dip my shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly, and welcome to KDO's Food Carnival. Eating like a rock star then and now. What kind of foods do our rock stars eat? Well, this summer I'm planning an artisan food and music fest, so I have to feed some serious musicians. What are they going to eat? What do they eat now? What do they used to eat? What were their favorites? Let's jump into the Carnival kitchen and eat and cook like rock stars. Hi, Katie O'Reilly with the Carnival Kitchen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are starting off with the now because everybody's got these rockin' bodies. So I chose 2 people who tote these amazing recipes and absolutely live the presence of a beautiful body. One is Beyonce and one is Ziggy Marley. So let's get to cooking the way they are now. Just what you'd expect. Some really fresh ingredients, some real deep flavors, and some real good for you eating. Let's start with Beyonce's Cajun green beans. Check these out. Now check out her body. That's why I chose Beyonce for the now portion of it. This girl sings, she dances, and she rocks a killer body. Let's eat like Beyonce. Her Cajun green bean recipe. All right, so easy. Diced onion in your hot oil. Get that whole thing going on. About 4 or 5 minutes on this, just until it starts caramelizing. And we are going to speed things up a little bit here, but these are our basic ingredients. We're getting all that olive oil coating those onions. You're going to hear them start sizzling. We want to do about 2 tablespoons of garlic because everyone loves garlic with their green beans, and that garlic has been a little bit saturated with olive oil. That's how it came out of my cup so quickly. We love those little kitchen tricks, don't we? Okay, and at this stage we can also add our bacon. Oh, I'm just going to say a full cup, maybe a heaping cup, plentiful on the bacon. It can be crisp when you add it, but you're going to want to get some of that deep flavor into this dish. But definitely cook it. Don't add it raw. It'll take way longer than you think. All right, after this gets going, we are going to be adding our potatoes. Now these I've sliced. These are fingerling potatoes that I've sliced and I've steamed just in the microwave for 4 minutes in water, so they're a little bit cooked through, but they're not mushy. All right, green beans. What do I do with my green beans? Do you see I have these long and beautiful green beans that I sliced in half the long way. That allows that flavor to infuse right into those green beans. The rest of our ingredients are going to be salt and pepper to taste. I've got a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of pepper, cayenne pepper. You decide your heat. I've got a full teaspoon. You can always add more. You cannot take away. And 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water is going to go in there. We are going to do this and wait until you see. Let's switch this out for kitchen magic. Voila! This is our final product. Beautiful! You hear that and see that. All that yummy bacon and Cajun spicing. Let's eat like Beyonce. Okay, they fill your house with this aroma that's just everybody's dream. It's floating in your nose. It makes you want to eat it. And your kids will be saying, what are those green beans? It's a hearty dish because of the bacon and potato and onion. It's delicious on every level. This could be eaten fully as an entree, and you'll know why. If you're up doing things, you're going to have that rockin' body too. It's all about the physique. Okay, Ziggy Marley, Bob Marley's son. We love to hear what's going on in the Marley family. Producing music, having fun, but he has also an incredibly thin, well-sculpted body, I would say, and he is vegetarian. He's teaching us tofu, the way we're all going to want to eat it. He claims, even if you don't like tofu, you're going to like this recipe. Let's check it out. Hi, KDO in the Carnival Kitchen. Ziggy Marley has a tofu recipe with hemp seed. Go figure. I couldn't resist exploring this one, but actually his claim is anybody who thinks they don't like tofu, let's follow this recipe. So here we go. Extra firm tofu, there's different sizes. Really quickly, what you're gonna do, it comes in kind of a watery square. Drain it out. This one is pre-sliced for me. Do you see that? I love that. If you want to slice it down a little bit more, you can. But trick is, we're gonna pat it dry. Get extra water out. We're going to cut it into triangles. Here's our process of flavoring. We've got tamarind. Okay, we are just going to spoon on some tamarind to marinade. If you're at home, you can do this in a bowl or marinate for a little while. We've got cornmeal. We've got granulated garlic. We're creating a little bit of a coating on here, which is amazing. And hemp seeds, or if you don't have those, sesame seeds. Right, so that's our basic coating. Got our hot pan here. Watch out because there's a little water still left in that tofu. We're gonna lay it down. We're gonna add another layer of our ingredients while it's frying up. This is so cool. So we're actually infusing and replacing that water in the tofu with this really flavorful tamarind, and these garlic granules are getting all caramelized on there. And then, of course, our cornmeal and our hemp seed or sesame seed. Okay, so let's jump right to the finished product. That's going to take 3 to 4 minutes until it's nice and golden brown, like this. Here we go. And what I'm going to show you here is that he simply finishes it with Thai sweet chili sauce. And that's how you eat your delicious, healthy Ziggy Marley recipe. Oh yeah. And then I decided we better anchor that with a rice dish because a lot of us are just not going to eat a plate of tofu. Let's face it, it's not going to be enough for us. So check out just a simple rice dish that I think you should make anytime with any dish. Hi, KDO here in the Carnival Kitchen, and I love to take a simple rice dish and highlight it with just some beautiful bright flavors. Here we go. Gorgeous steamed rice. No flavor, just steamed rice. Set that aside. Even if it comes down to room temperature, we can always heat it up later. What are we going to add to it? This is going to anchor as our starch to our tofu. So we want something pretty mellow, but we want it fresh. Roasted red peppers, and this is a whole red pepper that's been de-seeded and de-skinned. So I've thrown it on the grill, on the fire. It's fire roasted. We just want to actually chop that up into small strips and then again into a dice. And you're gonna see I've already done that here. Beautiful. You can leave them as thin or as thick as you like. Chop your gorgeous cilantro, nice and diced-like, some scallions, and some sesame seeds. Now, we're going to take our fabulous rice, and we are going to move it forward. We are going to start with just a hint. And I am saying, literally, this is a teaspoon. Let's do, a fourth, little over a fourth of a teaspoon. Sesame oil is what that was. And it's beautiful and it's rich and it's deep, but too much and you cannot get it back. So you just want a little coating of that nuttiness to cover the rice. Okay, we have soy sauce. And depending on if it's light soy or full soy, add a little bit. I did 3 tablespoons right now. I'm just mixing that all around. And then some toasted sesame seeds. Right on into that rice. This rice itself is going to have great flavor just by its own, and it's going to balance that sweet chili sauce in the tofu. So I am going to take it up a fresh notch, and I'm going to add my cilantro, a large pinch of scallions, and a bundle of those roasted red peppers. Actually, I'm going to almost do 2 because these are mild flavors with color and vibrancy and bouquet for the nose. Flavor for the nose. You breathe it in first. Wait until you see this on the plate. Okay, so here I am to take a bite with you. And this is my tofu on the rice with the Thai sweet chili sauce. He's right. Tofu, when it has deep flavor infused into it, eats like a steak. I swear to God, it's delicious. Try it, people. Look at how easy it was to make. I'll be right back. I'm going to do a quick clip from the Stones. Forget about it. Hi, Katie O in the Carnival Kitchen. I've got the Rolling Stones. This is an entire segment in of its own because they actually printed this in 1967 into their Dangerous Minds album. And this is what they came up with. This is Rockstar in a nutshell. I swear to God. Check it out. This is a recipe. Mashed potatoes, right? Put them down. Hot dogs on the rocks is what this is called. Pile of mashed potatoes. You see that? Nothing glorious about that. Then we go with our baked beans. Oh yeah. Every rock star loves their baked beans and their grilled up franks. Hot dogs in bite-sized pieces. This is what they recommend you eat. And think of them. Let's give it a try. I don't know. I don't know if they had the body that Beyonce and Ziggy had, but they certainly did dance on stage and keep it together, right? Maybe we'll give it a try. Franks and beans and potatoes. Who can quit it? Be right back. Hi, Katie O here in the Carnival Kitchen. Eating like a rock star. Well, Frank Sinatra wasn't a rock star, but he was a seriously famous musician. And boy, did he sing. Old Blue Eyes sang his way all the way through New York City into Patsy's Italian restaurant. One of his favorites. He loved to eat. He would sit and eat and eat and eat. Starting off, one of his all-time favorites from Patsy's was the stuffed artichoke. Capers, olives, breadcrumbs, Parmesan, lemon. Oh man, could he eat these. And just sit there and scrape the leaves and eat all that goodness while talking to friends about just what happened on stage. Man, that man made some deals. On the table, under the table, around the table, we all know he liked his Patsy's and he liked his friends and his companions. He was in with the crowd. Okay, well you go from artichokes and then a true Italian, they have their pasta, right? They have their pasta. Well, a spicy red clam sauce is everybody's dream. We always hear about a white clam sauce, and I've even made it on the show. Lots of garlic, white wine. What are you doing here? All these beautiful, beautiful clams. Well, a red sauce is the garlic, but then the tomatoes. Oh, phenomenal. And as much as there's controversy over cheese on fish, well, clam linguine is an exception. You need the Parmesan cheese. And this is how I just envision him. Just diving in, swirling, look at that, and taking that big Italian bite. Garlic insanity. And that seafood. Yum. That's a dish you can really get into. Veal Milanese, next entree. The second entree, or third entree, second entree. All right. Had to be pounded nice and thin. Let me show you. You can go pound your own veal. Take a look. The real trick to a veal Milanese is how beautifully you pound it so thin. You want to break up all those tendons. I like to do it with saran wrap, coating it on either side, and just keep beating that baby till it's like paper thin, and you're going to have a delicious veal. So when you take it out, if it's not thin enough, put it back in and keep your pounding up, right? However, when we get it to that paper thin level, we can just move our saran wrap aside. We are going to take some raw egg as an egg wash and just whip it. There's nothing added to this. I just want to remind you that an egg wash is just mixed up egg. This is just my fork. All right. All-purpose flour. We are going to do flour. Oh yes, you want to coat the whole thing in flour, but not have too much clumping. Dip in your egg wash. Do you see me there? Get it all nice and wet, because we are going into some breadcrumbs, and you can use panko if you want for extra crispy. Breadcrumbs with oregano and Parmesan. Salt and pepper to taste. Just coat that whole thing. And wait until you see. Let's go to the pan and create some golden brown magic. And once you fry it up nice and crisp, it is golden delicious. Crispy and beautiful. But much as Frankie just liked his with a little wedge of lemon and maybe a tomato, I am going to recommend an arugula salad dressed at the last minute. I've got already my arugula, tomatoes, and Parmesan in here. Olive oil and lemon juice for the side. That's it. Keep it real simple. Just dress your arugula, because you don't want your greens to wilt. Little black pepper right on there. We're going to toss this baby and add it right to the plate. So really, that's just a light toss. A little distribution on that. Oh, you've got brightness from the lemon, bringing it up. Whenever you're dealing with frying, you want to accent it with something acidic and refreshing, especially a beautiful color like that. Who doesn't love that dish? And of course, extra special, garnish with the lemon. I'm going to tell you that this, woo, my lemon just went jumping. This is going to be, oh, if you're dining for one or you're having friends over and you're eating like Frank Sinatra, you are going to enjoy this veal. And just keep in mind, if you're not a fan of veal, for obvious reasons, you can use chicken. Delicious. We'll be right back. I'm going to actually combine Elvis and Aretha Franklin. Be right back. Hi, Katie O here. Welcome to the Carnival Kitchen. Aretha and Elvis ate Southern style. Believe it or not, The two of them had tastes that were so similar. So let's talk about what those two love to eat. Starting with Elvis. Boy, Elvis loved his fried catfish. Did he ever? Fried pickles, fried catfish, beautiful tartar sauce, and an incredible coleslaw. That is Southern hospitality in your mouth. This tartar sauce is an amazing recipe using so many ingredients. I'm going to put it on my website, but it's actually a real Southern classic. So amazing. And in contrast to that, okay, but that coleslaw, I'm going to remind you, coleslaw in the South is creamy and it's simple. Not too complicated. Keep it easy, baby. You almost want to think just a nice slaw dressing, carrots, shredded cabbage, and we're good to go. And fried pickles are delicious. You literally take a good old deli pickle, slice it up, and then do your flour, egg wash, and breadcrumbs on there. Stick it in your deep fryer. Dunk it in that tartar sauce. Making all this proud. Okay, on the flip side, Aretha over here loves her fried chicken and mac and cheese. That's a Southern classic. Keep it simple, stupid is right there on a plate. We've got our classic. And mac and cheese, we don't really want sophisticated, messed up mac and cheese. We want good old elbows with cheddar. And that scowl on that chicken. That's what screams to you in the South. That's what makes you happy after a concert. Oh yes. And of course, Aretha always loved her black-eyed peas. Let me show you how easy it is to make black-eyed peas, because quite honestly, they are a favorite of mine on New Year's Eve. So let's take a look. Hi, Katie O here in the Carnival kitchen. Thanks for joining me for the black-eyed peas. Now this is not about the band, the Black Eyed Peas. This is the recipe from Aretha Franklin. Let's not mistake that. However, black eyed peas are a sign of good luck and fortune in the new year if you eat them. So have at it. We might want to remember this recipe for New Year's. Okay, black eyed peas oftentimes come dried, in which you have to soak them in warm water for a couple of hours before you even get to the cooking of them. So if you do that, read the instructions on the back of the bag, soak them, and then we're going to get to our recipe. However, sometimes, especially around the New Year, they have them fresh in the produce section, and you can buy them actually fresh. So that's the best way. But let's focus on how Aretha takes this basic bean and lifts it up a notch and breathes some song and life into it. Okay, once she's got her beans stewing in a pan, she's going to add some fresh onion, red pepper, right? Ham and bacon, of course, because that's our flavor. Garlic, a little de-seeded jalapeno pepper, maybe 2 of those depending on their size. Salt and pepper, a good amount to taste. We've got a little bit of cayenne, little bit of yellow mustard, and cumin. Those are our spices, that's our array. And we stew that down in a pot. Just cover it and let it at a low boil. Keep going until it's nice and soft, about 2 hours. It's gonna come out looking fantastic. If you want it to be like a salad, you can just drizzle this with olive oil and you're good to go. But, however, if you drain this, save the broth. This is so flavorful. You can just ladle it right back on and make a much more of a soupy, very Southern style black-eyed pea. You decide what's right for you. All of it is delicious and it's healthy in spite of the bacon and the ham. This is going to be good fortune food, Aretha style. Delicious. And then you just saute up some collard greens with ham and bacon as well, and you got yourself a real Southern flair. Now those collard greens take a lot of ingredients and a lot of cooking time. But that love goes in that pot, and you're going to be loving eating those. Flipping back to Elvis with Oysters Rockefeller. This is a throwback classic that is still totally current today that I encourage you, absolutely encourage you to make at home. Take a look at how easy it is. Nothing more rockin' than a rockin' Rockefeller oyster, right? One of Elvis's favorites, rock and roll in an oyster. Let's hit it. What do? A little wilted spinach, little olive oil and garlic. Yum, more flavor is good. Put a pinch on each one of these. Follow me. This is going to be delicious and decadent and oh so rockabilly. Here we go with our rock and roll oysters, Rockefeller. Okay, fill those babies up. Oysters on the half shell, shuck them in advance. Set them on your tray. This is a bechamel here. And a bechamel is, once again, flour, butter as a roux, cream, and a little nutmeg, salt and pepper. It's very simple, but it's basically your basic cream sauce. So we want to get those nice and creamy. That's going to add our decadence to our spinach. And on top of that is going to go our incredible, yes, Parmesan cheese. Make it nice and cheesy. So we've got spinach, bechamel, dusting of our Parmesan cheese and breadcrumb mixture. And there's a little bit of garlic powder in here as well. So we put those on. And that's going to get our nice toasty, crispy topping. Oh yes, that's perfect. Okay, and what happens? We stick these in at 400 and we bake them off for about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 depending, and they come out with our kitchen magic. Voila! Gorgeous. And when you got it and it's creamy and it's hot out of the oven, oh, these cannot be beat. These are, like I said, a retro classic. That exists in a classic form today. So delicious. Elvis loved his chicken fried steak, the chicken fried gravy, mashed potatoes, and biscuits and green beans. That is a Southern boy's dream meal. Until I started exploring the South, I didn't even know what chicken fried steak is, but now that I know, it's incredible. And the gravy highlights and lifts that steak to a new dimension that us Midwesterners did not know existed before now. And we've got hush puppies that go with the catfish or go with just about anything. And a favorite of both of theirs was shrimp and grits. Baby, I'm going to tell you, I've seen a lot of shrimp and grits, and some of them are like in New Orleans, they're tomato based. This shrimp and grits is a bacon base. There's more bacon in this dish than shrimp, I believe. And these grits are so creamy. So much butter and cream and goodness. And like I said, then that bacon. Who needs anything else? Cornbread with honey and sweet creamed corn mixed in for creamy moisture in the bread, and then honey out that whipped butter. There is really no stopping those people from the South from indulging in every beautiful, decadent morsel and treat. I will be right back with dessert. Frank Sinatra loved his lemon ricotta torte. Check that baby out. Aretha and Elvis once again. Very similar taste. Peach cobbler, a huge one for both of them, is being featured right here and going into my mouth as we speak. Now Elvis was a big fan of banana pudding. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Yum, Elvis. Coconut cake. And I like it with toasted coconut on top and coconut milk mixed into the mixture and all that gooiness so it's moist and beautiful in every bite. Thanks for joining. This has been so much fun to be with you this week. I can't wait to see you next time on KDO's Food Carnival. Have a great time.